Hello, my name is Krista and this is Little Flower Tarot. This is actually my first ever video, so welcome. I am really excited to begin channeling for groups. I think this will be very interesting. I have never done this before. I've done plenty of tarot readings for individuals in person, and this is the first time I will ever be channeling for the collective. So it's going to be interesting. Bear with me because I will be learning and adjusting and figuring this way of tarot reading out. So we're going to go ahead and begin. I also, before we begin, I want to mention I do have another channel, and it is called Soul Hearken. And basically, it is my heart and soul put into words and music and imagery. And it's just my greatest passion to share my journey with you through that channel. So I will put the link in the description if you want to check out my other channel. But yeah, all right, so here we go. We're gonna move on to the readings. Hello, group number 1. Welcome. You have chosen the yellow zinnia. What I'm picking up from the zinnia is it's just a beautiful, uplifting, bright, and cheerful, and it represents enduring, long-lasting relationships. All right, so we're going to get started. The way I'm going to do my readings, I start off with one oracle card, and the oracle card is going to kind of be the overarching theme of the reading, and then I'm going to pull 3 tarot cards for sure, maybe more if I want, but probably just 3. And that's going to be it. It's going to be a very simple reading. I want my readings to be very potent and pure and simple. So that's how I'm going to do it. But yeah, let's start with your oracle card. And okay, we have the Light Priestess, number 6. Galactic Wisdom and Cosmic Ritual. All right. I'm going to show that to you real quick. Okay, so the energy I'm getting from this, oh my goodness, okay. Wow. Okay. I'm feeling that this is representing your higher self. Your spirit guides, your guardian angels. There's this like really light, airy energy pouring through. Yeah, and it's gorgeous. This is a very high vibrational card, and I think there's just a beautiful guide coming through to help assist with this reading. There's a really loving energy coming through. I can almost feel the energy. It's just like the way these little lines are in the card, like reading it. Like I almost can like sense it, like sense the energy of this card. I mean, I can sense these like this radiative energy coming through. So I'm just adjusting to this energy so I can see if there are any messages or anything to say before I start pulling the tarot. Man, I just feel like this is going to be a message about how blessed you are and how supported you are and how much the divine is like guiding you and with you every moment of every day. Like this is, I just feel like there's this like urgency to tell you that you are so heard and seen and supported. There's like this beautiful motherly energy coming through, and Yeah, it's really beautiful. So, I love it. It's just this beautiful motherly feminine energy coming in to tell you that you are so precious and loved and supported and seen and felt and held. And that you never have to worry if you're alone, because you're never alone. You're always held in this light, even when it doesn't feel like it. This love is here and available to you. And one of the reasons you might not feel it is because it is so ephemeral. Like the energy that's coming through right now is like hard at first to pull a message from it, because it just felt really spacey and really light and really airy. And it's like, how am I supposed to grasp something from this? You know, it's like, but so if you don't feel it, that's why, because, you know, we're in the 3D and we're in a denser reality, and this energy is so light and so high vibe. It's always, 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 always there. Like it just feels like this permanent, like ever pervasive, beautiful energy that's always with you, always loving you, always guiding you, always supporting you. So, I mean, that's like message number one. So I'm really curious what the tarot is gonna say now. So that's really lovely. Okay, all right, cool. So let's pull some tarot cards. Okay. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I am using the Star Seeker Tarot. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay. Aw. Two of Cups. Okay. Aw. Ten of Swords. And the Six of Wands. All right. This looks lovely. I'm so excited. Okay. So, alrighty. So the Two of Cups is about harmonious relationships, and most often, but not always, it doesn't have to represent a romantic relationship, but it most often it does. And then we've got the Ten of Swords, which is about painful endings, and the Six of Wands, which is about victory, success, and public recognition. Yeah, and praise, public praise. So I just kind of wanted to go over that real quick before I start diving into like the deeper message that wants to come through the three cards. Yeah, so I'm really pulled towards the Ten of Swords. So painful endings. So maybe recently you have gone through just a dark time, like a really painful transition. And it feels as though I'm feeling with these two cards on either side of it that you're on the tail end of this. I mean, of course you are. This is painful endings. It is an ending of a cycle, but the ending itself, while it was necessary, it was very painful. And sometimes after you've gone through the transition, it's almost like you need to heal from the ending itself. Like you need to heal from whatever it is you left behind, whatever it is you've moved on from. Like that healing is like what has taken place in this movement and in this shift. But it's almost like now you need to heal from like almost the trauma of the actual ending of that cycle. Like it took a huge toll on you. And I'm feeling as though there's this energy of like feeling as if something happened in this shift that there's a fear that you are forever changed in a negative way, like something happened or some sort of conflict or trauma that happened that felt like it shifted like the way you see the world or the way you see yourself, or it might have awakened you to like a hidden layer or a hidden fear that you now worry is permanent, or like a mental state, maybe like an anxious state of mind that came up through this that you hadn't been experiencing before, like something like maybe anxiety or fear, depression, just heavy energy that you're kind of left with after this transition. And it feels like, yeah, there's a concern that it's not, that it ruined you, like it ruined a part of you, like, yeah, there's a concern there that you're not going to be able to like bounce back, I think, is like you're not going to be able to feel like joyous in the way you once did, or you're not going to be able to feel alive in the way you once did. Like there's just a worry there. There's a concern there. And I feel like the message is that, of course, first of all, just coming from me, like, of course you're going to feel joy again. Of course you're going to heal and feel revived and renewed, and you're going to get it. Yeah, there's like a weird fear that like you're not going to be able to get something back. Like there was a way you were before this transition that feels like it's gone, like a way of being that you loved being, like a part of you that feels like something during this transition and this ending, like it feels like it took it away, like you can't get it back, like. And I feel like the reason you're feeling this is because, first of all, this ending had to happen for your healing journey. And the reason you're feeling worried that you're never going to get this back, this old way of being or this happiness or this joy or whatever it is because you're not. You're like, and hear me out, you're not going to get it back in the way you once felt it. You're going to get it back in a deeper, more rooted, more grounded, more stable way. This joy, this love, whatever it is you're fearing that you lost forever, it's going to come back like tenfold. And when it comes back, it's going to feel much more stable and strong and reliable and real. So I feel like for a lot of you, this ending was a relationship. But it definitely had to do with relationships. All right, now I'm being pulled towards the Six of Wands. I feel like this is your future self right here. This is your future self just kind of floating through the air on this beautiful, powerful wand that's like helping her fly. And she's looking back. She's looking like down at this person, and she's smiling. And I feel like it's just kind of this like wink or nod, like it's just kind of like, oh man, if you only knew how beautiful our life is about to get, if you only knew how loved we're about to feel by the people around us, if you only knew how much like victory we're going to have over these fears and these worries and these negative thoughts. It's like if you only knew. And I feel like what's coming for you is just like a joyous reunion with humanity. Like you're going through a really deep healing right now that's healing And this doesn't have to be like your romantic relationships. It definitely can be. And I feel like most of you, this is like I'd say like 75% of you, it's revolving around your romantic relationships and like your capacity for a healthy romantic relationship. But I think this in general is your relationship to the rest of humanity. And I keep thinking about children too, and like your inner child, and I don't know, that keeps popping up, and I kept ignoring it, but now I'm like, well, it's here for the third time, so let's say it. But it could be like your relationship to your own inner child, to children, to innocence, to playfulness, to that childlike wonder and joy. Like that's this ending that you're going through. It's like a necessary transition to feel more rooted and whole and belonging to the rest of humanity. And like this public recognition thing, this like Six of Wands energy, I feel like it's just you being yourself and the world honoring you and loving you for being exactly who you are. And you just feeling like you belong to a group of people or to one person or whoever it may be, like you belonging in society just by being like purely yourself. And I just think like, yeah, this is all about your relationship to the rest of humanity and feeling centered and connected and grounded, like even in the mess of it all, even in the mess of like who we are. This feels like it's you feeling safe with people. It's you feeling whole in who you are. It's you feeling and knowing you're accepted for who you are. And yeah, so I just feel like this ending is leading you into deeper wholeness, more security in your relationships, more connectedness and feelings of belonging. And like, that's where you're headed. I mean, that's the answer. That's why you're going through what you're going through. That's why you've had to go through this painful ending. Yeah, you're moving into a deeper awareness of the interconnectedness of humanity and you're belonging to it. So that's really beautiful. And you're doing like an amazing job. Like I feel like there's this like energy of like congratulations or like pride, like just like I feel like there's this energy of like the universe, God, your guides, your guardian angels are all so proud of you for taking these steps, for going through this, for walking through this very painful ending of this cycle in your life and this thing. And it must have gotten in the way of you having fulfilling relationships. Yeah, I'm almost feeling like I want to pull one more card. So I think I'm going to. And then we will finish this reading. But yeah, one more card. Here we go. Ooh, okay. Yeah, the Chariot. Alrighty. So yeah, the Chariot kind of fits right in. And again, oh no, we don't have any. This is your first major arcana. Okay. But I feel like, all right, so the Chariot represents determination. It's like this beautiful vehicle that carries you into the next phase of your life. I feel like it's just saying like you are held and supported. Like this card wants to come through again. I feel like this is like your higher self, not only your higher self, but more than your higher. I feel like this is like this beautiful, like motherly energy. And I feel like it's just like the feminine God, like the motherly feminine God that is here to support you and guide you through this. And just know that this energy and this being, I mean, or I don't even want to call her a being, because it just feels like it's just like universal feminine love in general. So that could like pour through so many different like people, angels, guides, like that can pour through in so many different ways. But I feel like this is the support that you have right now, like walking you through, you know, like guiding you through this transition. Like she is the chariot that is guiding you through to the other side into a more whole and balanced connection to your place in humanity. So yeah, I think I'm going to end the reading there. I hope this was clear. This is actually my first message or first like tarot reading for the collective that I've ever done. So it's a little harder to do it when I don't have someone confirming, you know, things as I speak them, but it was interesting. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I'd also like to take this moment to tell you about my other YouTube channel. It's called Soul Hearken, and it is just my heart and soul put into words and music and imagery and put into video form. And so I will put a link in the description if you want to go check it out. So yeah, thank you so much. This was a really beautiful reading. I just pray like blessings and love, and I pray that you like this. I pray that you really feel like the energy that I was feeling with this card, the beautiful light motherly energy. I hope within like the next couple of days you truly get to feel this. And when you feel it, I hope you know that she is with you. Like, I mean, this is ever present. This is ever present, like God energy. So like, this is what's literally with you 24/7. So when you are in the heavy moments and you can't feel it, just remember that and have faith. This beautiful motherly energy is guiding you through. So, yep. Alrighty. Well, I guess that is that. Okay. Thank you. Hello, group number 2. My name is Krista, and this is Little Flower Tarot. You chose the Red Zinnia. Zinnias are symbolic of endurance because they are so hardy and they bloom all summer long. I like the energy they evoke for me is like fun and playfulness and joy. So, and the red in particular, I have read, represents a strong heart, steadfastness, and family ties. So now that I've covered that, how we're going to do this reading, we are going to, basically I have pulled one oracle card. I've pulled it from the Oracle of Hidden Worlds, and I'm going to pull like 3 or 4 tarot cards, and that's going to be it. It's just going to be short and sweet and simple, and I hope this message resonates with you. I hope you get what you need from this message. So first we're going to start off with the oracle, and all right, so we have number 28, Mountain Goddess, high vibration, mindfulness, and power of the mind. Okay. All right, immediately there is like this crystal clear, like sharp energy coming through. So I don't know if maybe you've had like foggy mind lately and this is the type of energy you need, just like this mental clarity. I'm going to pull this up so you can see it a little better. But yeah, there's like this little, there's just one solid mountain, and then there's this beautiful angel in the sky, like spreading love and blessing the mountain. So yeah. All right. So what am I getting from this card? Yeah, just the crystal clear, like energy coming through in the mind. It almost gave me like a headache for a second. Like I got this like slight pain. Yeah. I mean, like it says, high vibration, very high vibration. Gosh, group number 1 was a similar energy, but this is a little bit more masculine. Group number 1 had a very feminine energy come through, but I'm feeling this is like this strong, solid, supportive, clear thinking, almost logical, structured, beautiful, sacred geometry of thought pouring through. So I feel like this is so what you might be needing right now and what's coming through for you right now is this message of things will be clear soon. You have been kind of feeling muddled in thought and muddled in direction, and things have felt foggy and you felt a little bit like unable to move forward. And that could be just, that could be for anything really, like whatever decision you're making in your life, whatever crossroads you're coming up to. I sense this like fogginess. And my immediate thought is that when it comes to making decisions, and you might not want to hear this, but when it comes to making decisions, if you don't know or if you feel foggy, the answer is to wait. And if you can't wait, trust yourself. Trust yourself as best as you can. Make the most educated decision you can. If it's like if it's something that you can't wait to do, and trust that like you can't make the wrong decision. You can't make the wrong decision. No matter what decision you make, it is going to be what's best. Yeah, but otherwise it's a message. If you can wait, wait. So, okay, that's what I got from that. So let's pull the tarot to get a little bit more clarity. Okay. Whew. All right, here we go. Okay. All right, we've got the 9 of Pentacles. Oh my goodness, okay. We have the 9 of Cups. All right, and then the 4 of Cups. Okay. All right. Okay, I actually want to pull one more. I need to make sure we have room for everything, but I definitely want to pull another one. So, oh goodness gracious, see if we can. Okay. All right, one more. The Fool. Okay. All right, you've got, yeah, there was something like was coming through about like moving somewhere new, making a decision to improve your life, like to improve your lifestyle, to improve the environment you're in. It feels like that's kind of like the decision that you're coming upon. And whatever it is a complete new beginning. So that's why. Okay, that's why you feel foggy, because there is, I think that's part of the Fool's journey. I think that's just how it is when you're starting something new. Things are going to be foggy, and things are going to feel a little awkward and weird, and you're not going to be sure if you're making the right decision, and that's okay. Yeah. But Yeah, I almost feel like this Four of Cups in particular is like you're looking at the options down here and you're staring at them, and there's like this, like okay, yeah, this is like, you think there's a right decision. You think, okay, I have to make the right decision. Like I have to go in the right direction. I have to like take the right next step. Like there is one right next step and I have to figure that out. I have to figure that exact next step out. And then I got to do it. And there's only one correct step. And this is like looming over you right here. This little cup right here is like, okay, we got to figure it out. What out of these options down here is the right, perfect step? And the Fool is coming in to tell you, like, there is no right step. Like, there isn't. Like, you just have to, like, jump into it. And you have to, like, just do your best and make the educated guess. Or not even that. Like, just... It's just kind of like... Move... Oh... Absolutely. Okay. So, the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. For me, they're very, like... similar to each other, which the Nine of Cups, I'm gonna actually read the book for the Nine of Cups. Oh my gosh, yep, perfect. I opened up right to it. Okay, so the Nine of Cups says, in a sacred oasis under the protection of a great willow tree, a person bathes in the magical waters of a healing mineral pool. High up in the mountains, alone at peace, there is nothing to do but soak in the gifts of this blessed place. The Nine of Cups invites you to celebrate, enjoy the blessings in your life. There is so much to be grateful for, to celebrate and enjoy. This is a card of wishes fulfilled. Relish in the wishes that have come true already, and open yourself up and hope to the ones that are surely manifesting in this very moment. Be present in the moments when there is nothing to do but soak in your gifts and celebrate the blessing that is your life. Good fortune, emotional fulfillment, wishes come true, and happiness. So, okay. All right, so I feel like the message with the Nine of Cups, and cool, this will help you make decisions. Whatever decision it is you're coming to. If it's a decision, or if it's just a direction you're heading in, or if it's an energy shift, whatever it is. I feel like the message here is to get into your body, get into your heart, and kind of ask like your inner child, ask your higher self, ask your, just get into your emotions and feel your way through in a way where you follow what lights you up, you follow what makes you feel joy, what makes you feel light, even if there's no logical sense to it. Oh, interesting. All that logical energy that came through. At first I thought it was like you needed like clarity, like, well, you do need clarity, I think. But I feel like you're over that little headache that came through in the beginning. It was like, I feel like you're overthinking, you're overusing your logic right now. And this card right here, and it's like on the bottom too. So it's like in your root, like, I feel like it's like get in your body, get in your emotions, ask your inner child, like what brings you the most joy? What makes you feel the lightest and the most pleasure filled? What makes you feel like this, like this beautiful lady, like basking in this amazing, here, let me see if I can, there we go. Focus on the card, but yeah, I think you need to get into your body a little bit more, seek out pleasure, and that will kind of be the breadcrumbs you need to follow to get answers and to make decisions, because the decision is not going to come from a place of like this eureka, aha, this is it. It's going to come from this subtle, gentle voice within, and it's going to feel right in a calm way. And you're not going to get the answers by thinking. You're going to get the answers by feeling. So that's what this card is saying. And the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups always feel so similar to me, but the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like, is more about your material reality. It's about independence. It's about personal satisfaction. What I want to say is that in so many ways, you've already attained this. You've already attained this independent, grounded sense of satisfaction with your life. And that's freaking amazing. Yeah, like you are doing like so solidly when it comes to feeling really good and really grounded. And you should be really proud of what you've built. I'm really proud of how far you've come and how strong you've become on your own. How stable in who you are. And it's kind of interesting that the woman in this card, she's looking up at you here. You contemplating, you thinking there's one right direction, one right way, and you worrying about whether or not. I feel like you're in analysis paralysis in this card. And she's looking up at you like come down here. Come down here and feel these beautiful waters. Let's get into our emotion. Let's cry it out. Where do we need to cry out? Like how much are we overthinking? How much are we trying to force to happen? Like let's move down and just soak for a while and just listen to our bodies. What gives us pleasure? What makes us feel good? Yeah, move down from this rock and into these waters. I feel like I'm so excited for you. I feel like you've got so much, like you've created this like solid foundation, this solid internal foundation. And for some of you, a really solid external foundation as well. And yeah, the message here is to trust your soul, trust your body, listen to your body, and make decisions from there. And stop thinking about it. Like literally of course you can't stop thinking about it, but I feel like it's don't heed the thoughts as much, heed the feelings. And yeah, I feel like, it's as short and sweet as that. I really do. This is a short reading, but you have this beautiful new journey ahead of you. It's okay that things feel foggy. It's okay that you don't know if you're taking the right steps, but it's about feeling your way through, not thinking your way through, trusting in who you are to guide you, no matter how subtle the guidance may feel, trusting your body, trusting your heart, and trusting the path to unfold before you as you take the steps. So yeah, enjoy the journey. Find like grace and ease and love and joy in the mystery of it all. And trust that God, the universe, your guides, the earth will catch you on your next step, on your next leap. Continue to take, and not even leaps of faith. The Fool is about leaps of faith, but I think this is just like small, pleasurable steps into the unknown. So, yes, enjoy your journey. All right, thank you so much for being here for this reading. It was really sweet. This was really interesting. This is the first collective reading I've ever done. Technically the second, I guess, because you're group 2. But it's really sweet and lovely. I love it. And I feel like there's like soothing to your mind coming, like that woman with her hands like you know, like sending this beautiful energy, like let your mind be soothed and quieted by like moving into your body. Okay, sorry, I'm still reading, but yeah, so that's coming too. But yeah, so yeah, thank you so much for being here. I want to share my other channel with you. It's called Soul Hearken. I will put the link in the description if you want to check it out. It is my heart and my soul put into words and music and imagery. And I would love it if you checked it out and subscribed if you like what you're seeing. So thank you so much. This was awesome. Hello, group number 3. My name is Krista. This is Little Flower Tarot. You chose the pink or magenta-ish zinnia. And zinnias represent steadfastness, longevity, resilience. To me, they represent joy and playfulness and lightheartedness. I've read that the magenta zinnia represents lasting affection. So, yeah, that's a little info about the zinnia. So pretty. Here, let me show you. Ah, there we go. Okay, so the way we're going to do this reading is we're going to start off with an oracle card from the Oracle of the Hidden Worlds, and then I'm going to pull 3 to 4 tarot cards, and we will see what message comes through. So let's start off with, okay, number 14, the Crystal Path. Mineral spirits, crystal beings. All right, cool. This is a little bit more grounded energy than the first 2 groups. The first 2 were like, whoo, very high vibe. But yeah, so this one, all right, the Crystal Path, mineral spirits, crystal beings. All right, interesting. Okay. All right, so first of all, let's show you the card. So pretty. There's like a little pathway with like this kind of like, I think it's called a octahedron. There's like an octahedron soul or spirit. And then I'm really being pulled into this area of the card for some reason. There is a kind of like hidden cave almost, it looks like. And it feels like, or oh, it's not a cave, it's a waterfall. It's like a glowing waterfall, like pouring out from the ground. That's gorgeous. And this path, oh my gosh, the crystal path. There are candles lighting it. I feel like there's just this beautiful blessing coming to your life. Like I feel like you're on the path to this amazing, beautiful, like light-filled blessing that you're unaware of. Because like when it comes, even with this reading, like you're still going to be surprised when it comes. That's kind of what I'm picking up on with this card. Gosh, it's so gorgeous. Like I feel like you're just entering into this beautiful sanctuary and receiving this amazing blessing in your life. And I guess I'm thinking that this reading wants you to open up to the blessing. So if I could ask you to do anything right now, oh yeah, I feel it. If I could ask you to do anything right now, it would be to open up your spirit, your soul, your heart to this amazing blessing that God, the universe, the earth, your guides want to bless you with. Oh, and I also heard like the rest of humanity. So open up your heart and soul and allow yourself to feel receptive and let this blessing in. Like do it now. Do it right now. Open up and just receive. And I don't know if we'll get specifics on it because I feel like it is going to be a surprise. But Yeah, stay receptive. I'm so excited for you. Okay, cool. I'm going to pull the tarot cards now. And yeah, let's get a little bit more information. What wants to come through? This is so sweet. This is my first ever reading for the collective. And group 1 and 2. It's so interesting what's been coming through. It's kind of blowing my mind. Everything's like unique. So this is fun. This is a lot of fun reading for the collective. So, and this blessing and this like asking you to be receptive. That was so fun. I'm so excited. I'm just excited for this in general. Hopefully like my skills will get, oops, we got something just flew right out. Hopefully like I'll get better and better at it as I go along. But okay, all right. We are, yep, we're pulling cards. This one popped out and this one actually popped out for group 2 as well. The 9 of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. Ooh, 2 of Cups. This is cool. The 2 of Cups came through for group 1. So this is interesting. All right, and the 2 of Swords. Okay. I almost want to pull 4 cards, I think. Yeah, I want one more. Yep, one more. Alrighty, here we go. Okay, we've got the Judgment card. All right. I think I'll pull this one later. This one like popped off too, so we'll get that one in a bit though. I feel like we need to focus on this right now. Alrighty. Okay, what am I getting from these cards? So my mind is first and foremost, let me get the dust off of this. A little bit of dust on this card. Well, dirt. I had these cards outside, so. But yeah, my energy is being pulled first to the Judgment card. And I love the imagery on this card. It's like evoking this feeling of like, I am walking through fire, but I also am the fire, and I also hold, like I'm choosing to walk through this fire. I'm choosing to be purified. Like, let me just show you. She's got like this flame in her hands and she just seems exalted. And it's like she's embracing this purification that she's going through, even though it may be intense and painful, a little bit painful. There we go. I was just trying to focus on the card. Yeah, she's embracing this change and this purification process. So, wow. So there is, I wouldn't even necessarily, purification is the word that's coming through. A very like intense purification that you're walking through right now. And you know it. You know what you're doing. You know that you're being forged in the fire. And you're feeling very like confident and powerful as you move through it. Even though it's intense sometimes. There's just such a strong like willingness coming through with this. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting with that. Wow. Okay. So, and this is in relation to your relationships. There's something going on with your relationships, with your connection to the rest of humanity. It could be a romantic relationship. Most likely it is. The Two of Cups most of the time represents a romance, soulmate relationship. So the purification could be within your relationship. Okay, and then the 9 of Pentacles is about just feeling fulfilled independently. And feeling just like proud of what you created as like a sovereign being. So it's interesting that you have the 2 of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles, because this is very much about sovereignty and independence, and this is about like a soulmate relationship or interconnectedness with like a partner, and reliance on a partner, and just like depending on each other and loving each other. So, okay, interesting. And then we've got the Two of Swords, which is about indecision, like a fork in the road and not knowing which path to take. So interesting. Okay. All right. So, okay. I don't want to go too obvious, because my first thought was you're actually okay. Alrighty. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. All right. So I feel like for most of you, this is about opening yourself up to a romantic relationship. If it's not about this, it's about a healing in your relationship to humanity and to the people who are already in your life, in general. So I feel like you have been very independent when it comes to pretty much everything in your life. Like, you're very proud of yourself for how strong you feel in who you are, how much you've created, like how cultivated your life has become because of you, because of what you've created, how strong you feel, like just being in your sovereign self, like how capable you feel. And it seems as though there's this, like, okay, this, I feel like you're entering into it. Like at first when I saw the energy of it, it was like, oh yeah, this is totally you willingly walking through this transformation and this purification. Okay, purification though. And so, okay, so I don't think it's like you being purified. I think it's like there's a part of you that feels that to enter into union with someone, or to let your guard down with people in your life, that you're going to lose a part of who you are. There's a fear there. And so this kind of like indecision is gosh, I really want to say this is like, yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. And it almost feels like the energy of this is like, she's like holding, it's like she's got her arms out, like she's blocking, like there's a wall. And okay, we're getting there. But yeah, basically what I'm seeing is that there is a potential for you to transform in a way where you are never, of course, you can never lose your sovereignty as a soul being. That's just not possible. Like, that is divine law. Like, you are a sovereign soul being. And okay, and the reason why you've got this wall up is because you've got this false belief that in order to be more connected to the rest of humanity, or open yourself up to a partnership, or be more, connected to your friends, like just to be more intimate in your relationships, to feel more like interconnected and seen, and to see others, and like to feel just more fulfilled in your relationships. There's a false belief that you're holding on to, that you're going to have to let go of a part of who you are. And that's not true. That's not true. You might be letting go of, it's just an ego belief that you're actually letting go of. And I think you are ready to let your guard down and let people in, or let someone in. I'm not exactly sure If it has to do with friendships or relationships in general or a partnership, could be any of those. But I feel like you are 100% ready. And I think you just need to, it's kind of a matter of faith, really. It's kind of a matter of putting your faith into the steps you're taking to move closer to someone or people and to feel more connected to humanity. And I feel like, yeah, it's a matter of moving forward with faith. And yeah, I feel like this is like those false beliefs or this part of you that's like holding up the wall. Like, I feel like this is the part that's getting purified. And I feel like there's a fear or worry there, but once you start taking those steps and letting your guard down and just trusting, like, you'll never lose your individuality, you'll never lose your sovereignty, and just moving forward, like letting go of those weird fears and beliefs that you have about that, you're gonna, once you start walking forward, and it's gonna feel awkward. I feel like that, like this fire you're walking through here, like you're excited because like you're feeling freer than you've ever felt, and you're feeling like you're walking into just a more fulfilling experience of life in your relationships. And I feel like you're just gonna feel powerful. Like, I really don't see this being as painful of a process. Like, it's always a little awkward when you start letting your guard down, when you start letting yourself be a little bit more intimate with others, or you just feel like more exposed. So it feels kind of awkward, but I feel like you're just happily letting your guard down. I see you happily letting your guard down and happily letting go of all these weird fears and these things that are getting in the way of you, like feeling more connected to the people around you. And I just see you finding so much freedom in the process of that. And like just moving forward in trust and knowing that you can trust the people around you to hold you and to support you and to love you for like exactly for who you are. Yeah. So, if this is a romantic relationship, I feel like, oh my gosh, it's just so much saying, like, if you are choosing, like, should I open up to this? And even if there's no one that you have in mind, like, if you sense that there is a person coming in or that there's love for you, this reading is just saying, like, let your guard down, trust, like, all of your fears and insecurities and yes, definitely. Like, all of your fears and your insecurities and your worries about, like, anything. I mean, like, when we open ourselves up to a romantic relationship, we're always concerned that, I don't know, like there's weird fears, ego fears and worries about like our body, or like worries about like past relationships and how those have gone, social status, money, career, like just shit comes in, weird like fears and worries comes in, and it just makes us feel like I just love how the woman has her arms out. It's like, I'm just gonna, like, I feel safe here. I feel sovereign and good and steady. And I don't know if I really need that. But I just, this card is you, like, just deciding to, like, walk through the flames. Just being like, nope, fuck it. I'm just gonna move through this purification process. And on the other side, I'm gonna love myself more. And I'm gonna let someone else love me for exactly who I am. And all of these weird fears and worries and these things that have gotten in the way, I'm going to let those just like burn up in this fire. This beautiful, because I feel like the fire is going to feel like invigorating and almost cold. Like it's so hot, it's cold. Like it's just like this like cleansing energy that's going to come through and like invigorate your mind, body, and spirit. And you're going to feel like, I feel like you're going to feel more beautiful, more alive, more connected, more in love with yourself, and more like raw and more like vulnerable and free. And just, and like completely sovereign within that energy. It's like all the sovereignty that you've gained through like your life to this point, you're going to feel it even more, but it's going to be like, you're going to feel so safe because you're going to know that no matter what, you can expose yourself to the world and yet you're still safe. And this is amazing. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited that you're going to move into this next phase. It's going to feel a little bit raw and weird and scary, but like an invigorating, exciting, joyous, scary change, but like scary in a good way. So yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then this card wanted to come out earlier. So let's see what we got. Okay. It's interesting. 8 of Pentacles. And the 8 of Pentacles is about working at your craft, like just putting in time and effort and energy into like a passion project. So that's interesting to come in through in this relationship, purification energy. Okay, well, all right. Maybe it's saying, okay. I mean, what I think I'm getting from this is that you're going to be so stoked to move into this new connection, whatever it is, friendship, romantic relationship, your newfound connection to people, maybe feeling more social, maybe feeling more just like leaning into that side of your life, your social world, your romantic world, your friendship world. That I feel like this is going to be like whatever it is that is your passion project or is something that is solely yours that you're working on. I feel like this is going to be a little bit of your anchor through this kind of like crazy process, like this, like a little bit more, because I think there's going to be, you're definitely going to be walking through this and being super stoked. And I feel like it's almost like you're reaching up to the flame, and like it's like you could get carried away, like within this energy, carried away in this newfound freedom within your relationship, or this new energy and vulnerability that you're walking into, that you could like neglect what keeps you grounded and centered and structured. So I feel like this is just a message to stay grounded, to stay working on whatever it is that gives you fulfillment. And that this is going to be like an anchor for you in the midst of this. Because this is going to be like this ever-present, like you're going to be walking through this for a little while just to get to the other side where you feel like safe and trusting to feel more vulnerable and raw within your relationships in general in your life. And that's going to be like forever staying that way. But I feel like throughout this process, stay connected to your mission, your purpose, the thing that has been fulfilling you up to this point. Like just stay connected. This is going to be your anchor if you're ever feeling a little bit chaotic or a little bit in the clouds or a little bit, like anxious energy is coming from this energy. Just do some work. Do some work on what you love. Like art. Maybe you love your job, or you love what it is. Like maybe you run a business or whatever it is. Maybe you create art for a living, like whatever this thing is that fulfills you. Keep doing this. Anytime you feel a little bit hectic and crazy, just move back to this. So, all right. And, it's interesting. So I'm curious about, this was this blessing that you're going to be receiving. So I kind of think this was just like, this could be anything, but it's leaning towards, it's a surprise. It's definitely a surprise. I think it obviously, if you want to look at the rest of the cards, has to do with your relationships, or it's going to benefit your relationships in some way. But it's a surprise. I think the main thing with this one, it just wanted you to open up and stay receptive to this beautiful blessing that the universe wants to give you, and they don't want to tell you what it is. So that's kind of fun. So yeah, okay. So that is your reading. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. I hope it wasn't too jumbled. I want to take this opportunity to tell you about my other YouTube channel. It's called Soul Harken. I will put a link in the description. It's basically my heart and soul put into words and music and imagery, video imagery in nature. And yeah, it's just kind of like my passion project. So I hope you check it out. And if you like it, I hope you subscribe to my channel. And I hope you subscribe to this channel too, of course. I hope this reading was useful or helpful for you. Thank you for being here and spending this time with me. Yeah, thank you so much. Bye.